Welcome back to South Park, The Fractured Butthole, part number 10.
What'd you find? The fuck?
Hello, Coon friends.
Coon and friends.
Come into my parlor. I've bought more tinfoil and more minions than you can possibly fathom. I've been given $20,000 to keep nosy people away from this place.
What?
20,000 just to keep people from snooping around. But I only need a few hundred for that. So you know what I'm gonna do with all the rest?
Go to Paris to get a pedal enhancement and fuck French chicks?
Super Craig.
Wrong! I'm going to destroy this town and prove that I'm the bad guy, not this new kingpin jerkhead. So long, Coon friends. Minions? No, minions, you gotta kill them. Aw, dang it.
God damn it. Alright, let's just find what we're looking for and get out of here.
So when it comes to hamsters, unfortunately, I have a very terrible story. My parents told me when I was a kid we had hamsters, and there was two of them, and they're like little ball thing that they run around in, right? Like you put your hamsters in this little ball and they can run around your house. Unfortunately, being a young child, apparently, I picked them up and I slammed them on the ground, like pancaking them and killing both of them, which is really messed up. They were just going about the house in their little like hamster ball thing, and me being like a 3-year-old picked it up and slammed it on the ground, and they both pancaked and died, you know?
Oh, hey dude.
I've run into kids that have done some pretty crazy things to animals, and you know what? I had no idea, you know? I didn't realize. I don't remember it personally. I was just told about it, but either way, pretty terrible, you know, when you think about it. That's just a horrible way to go. You know, I don't remember how long this place is, like how far until we run into Professor Chaos. Like, I'm not sure how many fights we have to do, but I think there's a good handful before we get to him, unfortunately.
I see you. You didn't really think I wouldn't have a backup plan, did you? Do you not comprehend how many minions $20,000 can buy?
Butters, will you just go home? We're trying to find a missing cat.
I don't think so, Coon friends.
Butters, actually, if somebody gave you a bunch of money, by law, that money belongs to our franchise. All of us.
Oh no, you see, more cash means more minions. Let's see how you handle this.
Well, now it's time to fight the Chaos Minions. Honestly, I've been avoiding them so far. I haven't bothered to challenge them whenever I see them on the side of the road or anything, because I figure it's just too much work, you know? Only fight them when you have to.
I'm gonna bug the chaos out of you.
I can't watch.
Real talk about Butters, though, that guy is an absolute pimp. Like, he's always blamed for the nonsense, picking up the slack for all the guys, dealing with his dad who's always grounding him, and being Professor Chaos. Like, Butters is a G. He's an absolute pimp. He's badass, 100%.
Through my minion hordes, Coon friends.
Screw you, chaos.
Gee,
I love how witty they were with each character they came up with, like tool shit, like he said, screw you, right? Because he has to do with tools and stuff, right? It's just so funny, the stuff they came up with, like so witty. I love it so much. It's just so good. Like next level comedy.
oh man, I'm gonna run out of minions.
You know what, given the cheap help that he hired, honestly, I think he's gonna run out of minions before he runs out of money. Like, he's gonna have to put out some recruitment ads or something, you know? Everybody's getting their butt kicked. Like, who wants to join if you're always losing, right? Gonna be hard.
That's my minion you just beat it.
Yeah? Why, Stan? You will never underestimate a mosquito bite again. That's almost all of them.
Wrong again, Coon.
Oh, fuck. What now?
With all my new funding, I found an even greater source of minions, all who are willing to work for extremely reasonable salaries. Follow those minions, destroy the Coon friends.
Coon and friends. All right, boys. We can't just sit here and let him keep messing up our team name. It's Coontown.
Well, of course, it's never that easy, I guess. You know, this game, regardless of the difficulty, is like genuinely a challenge, you know? If you're not a strategy game player, you really have to think about what you're gonna do next. That's why, like, me personally, I played like Command and Conquer, Halo Wars, stuff like that. Like, you know, all that stuff. Dota, it's always been a part of me, right? You know, strategy games, I just naturally like them. So when I seen this, I was like, yeah. South Park and strategy game, and it's great, which personally I think this game is better than the previous, and also the one that's coming out. Like, it looks more like Happy Wars or Castle Wars. I don't remember. Either way, South Park, this game is prime. They should have stuck with it. Real talk, if you're playing on Mastermind or a higher difficulty, you definitely want to have Mosquito on your team. Like, the gross out ability does so much damage. Like, you always want to go for status effects, whether it's burning or gross out or shock, whatever the case may be. You definitely want to incorporate it. It will help you so much. I highly recommend.
Yeah, Team Chaos Hero, Coon and friends like 50.
Well, one chaos fight down, on to the
Is
next.
that the last of them? God only knows. You guys take the alley over there. Super Craig and I are hitting the rooftops.
You know, something that surprised me was like how often like the Coon and Super Craig go together, given like during the South Park story, like in the episodes, like they're not friends. Like Super Craig hates Kermit.
Who the fuck is that?
You were right about the Italian restaurant, new kid. The owner is a part of a new crime syndicate.
Who the fuck is that?
I have no idea.
But she's not in the union. Excuse me, are you on Coonstagram?
There's someone new in town who's bringing all the crime families together.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Bye. You mean like a kingpin? You guys do not say anything. We're not playing with her.
Check out storage facility 56D, new kid. And here, take this. Call me if you need me. I think you're gonna need all the help you can get.
So I guess now any fucking asshole thinks they can be a superhero. Come on, let's just find scrambles and be done.
You know, I've wondered how much of that 20,000 Butters paid like each minion. Like, did he pay the hamsters or just the Mexicans, you know?
This way's blocked and there's no air compressor. We'll have to
Either way, if I were them, regardless of what the race is, like, I would pay for, you know, I would work for cheap if I can get some money and get a new life and a restart. Like, who wouldn't do that? Like, honestly, you know, I would do that in a heartbeat. Like, come on now.
Here with the power to move lava, Coon. You guys see scrambles here? Oh shit, lava! Can you stop fucking around, Chaos?
Not Professor Chaos. His partner in crime.
General Disarray. Careful, he's a ginge.
Do you know what Professor Chaos has planned for this city?
Look, kid, you and Butters are taking this way too far. Yeah, it's time to teach you a lesson. That won't be as easy as you think. Look out! Vengeance! Vamonos!
Well, of course, before we get to Professor Chaos, we gotta fight another minion here, General Disarray. Now, unfortunately, this guy has like an area of effect damage move, which I suggest you pay attention to due to the factor that it will drop lava all around your area and do immediate burn damage to your characters. So I would do your best to avoid it. Once you see the red area highlighted, of course, do your best to avoid so you don't take damage. And the reason, of course, for that is, well, status effect damage is huge in this game, regardless of the difficulty you're on. Sorry, like being grossed out or on fire or shocked, whatever, like it is massive. It does a lot of damage and you should do it.
I swear Buttlord looks 10 seconds older.
Real talk though, if you haven't played this game, you definitely should. Like, it's such a fun strategy game and all the witty comments, like, they're so funny, even if you don't like the South Park series.
43 left. Don't bother with the minions.
Like, personally, I never watched the show until I played the game, and now that I have, like, I very much like the show and the TikTok clips I run into. Like, it's just great. Honestly, you gotta check it out.
Death machines known as the Mecha Minions.
Estamos colocados en el modo.
Now, Mecha Minions, vámonos. Stop it.
Well, the Mecha Minion might appear to be a problem, but honestly, he's not too shabby. As long as you target him and just get rid of him as soon as possible, it shouldn't be bad. Like, until this point, the battle's been pretty easy, so you should have all your guys as well. Unless you're like me and you're down a man or two, but that's absolutely okay because we got tons of time. And we also have the macaroni picture. Don't forget, you do have supers you can use depending on how far in the story you are when you decide to do this. You do have options to get your guys up. The macaroni picture is super overpowered, and I would highly recommend that you use it because you can get all your guys up and ready to go, and it is definitely like a second chance in Yu-Gi-Oh! And gives you another chance to win, another opportunity.
Yeah, this isn't over. I think that's the last of them. Don't count on it. We should make a— Wait. Super Craig? Oh my god, Super Craig? Super Craig, just hold tight. Shit, there's no air compressor here. No way I can remove that lava. Hang on, Super Craig. We're gonna find something to plug Tuashed Sandblaster into.
You and I both know I'm already dead.
No, Super Craig. We're gonna find a way to save you. Do something, Tuashed. There's nothing here. My Sandblaster needs compressed air to work. Get the one from the entrance. The gate slammed and locked shut, remember?
It's okay, guys. We all knew when we signed on to be Coon friends that it might end like this.
Stay calm, Super Craig. We're gonna get you home.
Sorry, Coon, but it looks like this was a one-way trip.
No, Super Craig, no!
I'm starting to remember things of my past. Things I regret. People I wish I'd been kinder to.
Somebody get a goddamn air compressor!
Don't worry guys, I got it. I am the new kid after all. No problem with the super butthole powers, brother. Yeah, here we go.
Cleared away all the lava.
Jesus Christ, that's an asshole? What happened?
The new kid shoved a tube up his ass and cleared away all the lava.
Oh.
You guys go and get Cass. I'm gonna try and stabilize Super Craig.
Ow! Fuck!
It's cute.
What the fuck was that, you asshole?
It's an intracardiac injection, Super Craig. I had to stabilize you.
Are you fucking serious right now? You could've fucking killed me.
Where the fuck did you get that, Cartman? Online. Super Craig, just stay still. You suffered a lot. You guys go ahead. I'm gonna just try and stabilize him. Hey, that was really cool back there. Now we can clear lava whenever we want. We make a great team, Buttlord.
You know, not gonna lie, Super Craig, that was pretty messed up. Like, you could have killed him. Like, you know, have you ever seen the Crank movies where he like injects the adrenaline? Like, bro could have died. That's crazy. That's some heavy stuff right there. Speaking of the Crank movies, oh, so good. If you haven't seen them, Crank, like C-R-N-A-K, sorry, C-R-A-N-K. I can't spell today, sorry. I've been hitting the Benjamin, having a few drinkity poodly noodly doodlies, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, things aren't as quite accurate as it seems. So, like Wizards of Waverly Place, what did they say? Things are not always as it seems.
You can figure this one out.
But then they had the spells, like you could cast like Makeus Pancakes, and you have pancakes, you know? That was a great show. In the movie, oh, real talk. Banger, if you've been around, absolute banger.
Get up there! Wow! You can see everything from up here.
You know, I wonder what the upward force needed to propel two individuals based on fart power. Like, that must be intense. Like, could the intestines even handle that, I wonder? Like, you know, what's the science behind that? You know, I find it interesting, like this cyborg class, I think it is, where you can go twice. Like, being able to go twice is so OP, especially when you have multiple buddies. Like, you can take people out stupid quick, especially with the abilities, like the status of effect abilities. I highly recommend you check that out. Like, if you're not using shock or fire or gross out, like, you definitely have to, especially the higher difficulties. It's so handy, like, so helpful, does a huge amount of damage. Definitely check it out, don't overlook it.
Getting windy in here.
You know, I find process of elimination works, like just teaming everyone against one individual enemy, but you know, doing damage over both of them and getting them both low is also very beneficial. So I mean, do whatever is best for you, you know, whatever you find works best. Kind of like Elden Ring, you know, do whatever approach works best for you. Is it flanking? Is it going around the back? Is it taking it head on? Is it using a shield? Is it heavy attacks, light attacks, parries, you know? You never know what you might need or what might help you when you are indeed in need of a hand that might help you plant your seed. It's unfortunate to know that that is not the last conflict we're going to run into. We're going to have to fight a good handful of opponents here, and it is really unfortunate, but what can you do? At least it's some good XP for leveling up and getting new artifact spots.
Who is that? Oh my god, that's the vigilante!
That's right, the Coon.
And some little fat kid, too.
This cat, where is it?
That's some real high-grade shit there. Cat like that would go to the boss man himself. You idiot! You don't talk about him! Now we gotta kill these shits!
You know, defeating the meth heads is one thing, but like running into someone who does meth, like what in your head says like one day, like yeah, it's okay, you know, it doesn't matter. Like if I decide to take crystal meth and snort this stuff, like you ever heard the Hobson song, Crystal Meth or Illmind 6? Like what are you doing if you're sniffing meth, especially if you're like 25 to 30, like you gotta get your life together, bro. Coming from somebody who's at like their late 20s, like, you know, your 20s are definitely for learning experiences, emotions, and understanding how to function and what you need in life, what you need, etc. in your life. Know me personally, you learn to kind of be guarded, kind of have your emotions set aside, never prioritize someone for your happiness because it will end in failure. You are responsible for your own happiness. People that people that you come across only add to it, you know what I mean? Like you basically have to get past your own emotions and almost detach or desensitize to anyone who might hurt you. Due to the fact that you've come into previous trauma, or maybe you want to avoid future trauma, coming from somebody who has been cheated on, has cheated, understood what it's like to be emotionless, but also have emotions when cheated on, It comes from experience, right? You don't know until you learn. Just like you don't know how to fish, you don't know how to wipe your butt, you don't know how to, you know what I mean? You don't know until you're taught. Point is, maturity is a big point in terms of things, and you never know what's going to come up in life, but maturity is the main factor, and you're going to hit it at a different point than everyone else. No one is the same. I'm 27 years old and my voice still cracks. I feel like I'm going to go through that second puberty, kind of like that World of Warcraft mod guy did, and now he's got like a real, like dank, deep voice. I know he has lots of followers. Maybe I'll be next.
On a breeze of justice.
Spread the hit.
All right, look, it ain't us, okay? The big man has all the crime families working together. The Italians, the Russians, the sixth graders, they all work for him. We just put the cat urine in the drugs and alcohol.
Who is the big man?
He don't even do it for the money, man. It's like he wants more crime in the streets.
Wow, that sounds spooky.
You don't even know Spooky, man. We got to do this if they tell us. Don't you get it? We're already dead for telling you.
Aw, man, kick ass.
That's pretty wild. Just a team of kids took down like a massive meth lab. Like, that's pretty impressive, you gotta admit. That's pretty crazy, man.
You got fucking will.
Perfect. Don't move.
Man, there's some nonsense adding the mecha minion in the bunch, This guy wasn't even in the battle, now you add an extra players, I can't help but feel that that's some unlucky stuff. That's some heart of the cards, trap card type stuff.
Super doxed. Hope you backed up your photos.
Tool Shed's got what you need. Nice one.
I wonder what the PSI on that is, because, you go to a standard, mechanic shop, and you have, all the hose connections, right? It's I wonder what the PSI is on this guy's butt. It must be pretty crazy, honestly. To activate an air compressor, even the smallest PSI, that's pretty crazy, man. You gotta admit, that's pretty crazy.
Dude, the fuck? Oh my god. He's gonna declare the entire town lava.
Well, you actually made it to the end, Coon friends.
Coon and friends, Butters, goddammit!
And now you know that you are too late. All of South Park is about to be covered in lava. Just think about it. Everywhere will be off limits. Everyone will have to just stay where they are forever. The park will be lava. The Dairy Queen will be lava. It'll be absolute chaos.
Come out and fight like a man, Chaos!
Oh, I am much more than a man now, Mosquito. I have finally bought enough tinfoil to piece together my greatest weapon yet. Greetings! I'd like you to meet Mecha Minion Chaos Supreme!
Es un trabajo.
Oh shit, bro.
Now prepare to meet your end, Coon friends.
Coon and friends! That does it! This asshole dies now!
Well, I don't speak fluent Spanish, but I'll try my best. The only things I know are mi casa sorpito grande, mi gastan tu chichi, ti quiero repara, all the things you would learn on typical Xbox conversation, right? Unfortunately, very inappropriate, but that's all I know.
Alright, Chaos, talk. Who gave you the money to do all this?
Butters, wake up!
I think he's dead, dude.
He's not dead. Fellas, I think we better get him back to base. Alright, come on. Let's take him to the holding cell.
The holding cell? Oh, Geez, it's kind of late, fellas. I should get home or I'm gonna be grounded.
You should have thought of that before you tried to lava the town, Chaos.
Hey, dude. It was great working with you again, man. It was like old times.
Yeah, well, I told you. This was a one-shot deal. I only helped out because I owed the new kid a favor.
Come on, Shed. Come back to the team.
Can't do that, Kite. Freedom Pals is gonna make way more money with their franchise.
You're wrong. We're gonna make like $1 billion.
We're gonna make like $1 zillion.
But guys, think about it. Why would someone pay Butters to cause more chaos? Who could it be? Maybe it's that Tommy Nelson kid. He's always been kind of a dick.
Oh, have a seat, Thunderpants.
What if the person paying Butters wasn't a kid?
Is that it, Chaos? Were you paid by an adult?
I'm telling you, I don't know his name, fellas. Nobody does. He's just trying to unite all the crime families in town. He's everywhere. He's nameless, faceless. He can change his appearance like the wind changes direction.
Wait, what did you say?
He says there's a revolution coming, and the darkness of our own hearts will bring about our undoing.
Oh my god.
He is that which liberates, and he knows the true weakness of tolerance. And his coming will bring about a tide of chaos like nothing we've never seen, you betcha.
Oh my god. Could it be? No, it's impossible.
What's impossible?
There's only one person I know of who can disguise himself so easily. And it's the same person who might have a motive for tearing South Park apart.
Who?
Mitch Connor.
Mitch Carter? Oh, no. No. Who's Mitch Connor? It's Cartman's dumbass hand puppet.
You know damn well that Connor was just using my hand to suit his needs. At first, he disguised himself as Jennifer Lopez, who loves tacos and burritos. When his cover was blown, he was arrested by the police, but escaped. But why would he want to take down South Park? And where would he get all his money?
Shut up! It's not Mitch stupid fucking Connor! How do you know?
No, Kyle is right, you guys. It couldn't be Mitch Connor. Connor died in an oil rig explosion in northern Alaska.
Fuck this. I'm going to bed.
Yes, good idea, Humankind. Everyone get back to your homes. It's getting late. Let's all reconvene tomorrow. After skiing.
And now, the news program that starts your day off right. Good morning, South Park! The South Park Vigilantes struck again last night, this time at a meth lab in the downtown U-Store facility. Here with more is a midget in a fedora. Tom, 6 people were arrested last night after the vigilante exposed a huge meth lab in the storage facility behind me. Eyewitnesses have come forward with shocking reports that the vigilante's farts were so awful they seemed to actually rip the fabric of time. You ain't never heard a fart like this, man. It was like 1 minute he farted on my dick and the next thing my dick was like 20 seconds in the past.
Finally, someone is standing up to all the crime in this city. If you ask me, these people here all deserve to be farted on.
He's a menace if you ask me. How long before this vigilante gets radical and blows up a school or a church, huh? How long before Captain America becomes Captain Ideology? Huh? The third Captain America movie? How long was that? About 6 years? About 6 years!
Dozens of protesters gathered outside the police station today as a warrant was issued for the vigilante's arrest.
This city will not be victimized by masked crusaders who sneak around and fart on people at night. We urge all citizens to arm themselves and fight against this kind of rectal oppression.
Yeah, it's me. Nobody knows anything about this kid. Not what race he is, not even if it's a boy or a girl. What do we do, sir?
Just keep getting the product into people's drugs and alcohol. I'll handle the vigilante.
This deal's getting out of control. You said you could get the mayor out of office.
You wanted to be left alone, Commissioner. To do what you love doing. I've made that happen. Just stay calm and soon everyone will have exactly what they want.
Oh, we got corruption in this story. Corruption. Of course, unfortunately, everybody in the world, or everywhere in the world, really has corruption, which really sucks. Like, why can't things just be?
Kid, right? My name's Wendy. Nice to have you at our school. That little problem Call Girl told you about? It's a lot worse. The Chamber of Commerce wants to get rid of the vigilante no matter what it takes. You know the bathrooms in the park? Call Girl wants you to meet her there, right now. Yeah, anyway, nice to have you in town, new kid.
See? He just spun around and different clothes came on.
That's dumb.
You know what? You're lucky that we can't battle, buddy. Otherwise, I would beat the brakes off your tuchus, let me tell you.
Haven't been formally introduced. I'm Mr. Crime Syndicate Kingpin Guy, and you're the one who keeps farting on all my best people. Be so different, you and I. We both want what's best for this city. I know you've probably got places to be, but why don't you come talk to me instead? I'm at the old Soto Sopa ruins. Come on. What do the Coon friends really have to offer you?
Well, thank you for watching, thank you for participating, and I will see you in the next South Park The Fractured Butthole episode where we pursue Mitch Connor and continue on with the story and figure out what is going on and solve the mystery of South Park.